million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. Any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. Today, look around America. We see America not through the eyes of someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare. We haven't benefited from America's democracy. We've only suffered from America's hypocrisy. And the generation that's coming up now can see it and are not afraid to say it.
This is the People Before Politics show, broadcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. Hosts Damon K. Jones and AJ Woodson bring you the news that impacts our community. Join us for unfiltered, unapologetic coverage of the stories that matter most. Black Westchester Magazine presents The People Before Politics show, the news with the black point of view.
What's up? What's up? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. I'm Damon K. Jones, publisher of Black Westchester Magazine. It's my partner, AJ Woodson. This is the first show of 2025.
Yes. We made it to see another year.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about, man. And 2024 was crazy.
The craziest, yeah.
But it was good. It was definitely good. And 2025 is going to be even better because of the fact that, you know, I think a lot of people's mindsets have changed. You know, and hopefully for the better, you know, hopefully that their mindsets have changed for the better. And as black people, because this is Black Westchester, we could start moving forward as a people. This election, we had a crazy election year, and we've seen a lot of things that didn't go well. Well, we seen a lot of things that gave black people that nigga wake up call, and I really think in 2025 a lot of black leadership imposters are continue to be exposed, and we gotta get through another year, but we gotta get through it on truth instead of blaming everybody. Look at what we're doing to contribute to our situation as a people here in America, and we have to come up with real solutions, and instead of fear, we have to have real solutions. You know, I'm a solution-oriented person, and we gotta start talking about real solutions. Checking in from Vegas, wishing you and your listeners, hey sis, happy New Year, and I would be out in Vegas later on this month. Me and the wife is going to see Cat Williams at the MGM Grand. I'm going to go out there and see what he got to say for the new year.
So two things. Shout out to my cousin Michelle. That's her, my cousin Michelle Harris.
Yes.
From Mount Vernon, but she live in Vegas. Her and her mom, Mary Harris, live in Vegas now. Yo, talking about Cat Williams, I did want to say that this time last year, Cat Williams told you that 2024, a lot of truth was going to come out and a lot of people was going to be exposed. And he was like Nostradamus because a whole lot of people got exposed in 2024.
No, a lot of people did get exposed, man, and I think even more people are going to get exposed this year.
Absolutely.
I really do, man, because we have to, we gotta act on truth. Let me tell you, and I'm just being honest, man. For those that are watching, those that are in political powers, or those that are put into leadership, I don't want you to get upset at Black Westchester. We cannot report dumb shit if you don't do dumb shit. It's just simple as that. It's very simple. It's very simple as that. And we have to be grown ass men and women. We have to be grown ass men and women in 2025 and accept our responsibility and be accountable for our own actions without pointing the blame. And I'm including myself. My goal is to be more accountable to myself.
Absolutely.
And be more accountable to others. And there's no such thing as my truth. There's only one truth, and that's God's truth. That's it.
Absolutely.
Ain't no my truth. I'm standing on my truth. We have to see, we allowed these last about a decade, we have allowed the butchery of accountability and the butchery of truth on what truth really is. It ain't my truth. It's only one truth, and that's God's truth. That's God's truth. That's it. I don't want to hear nobody talking about, oh, well, it's my truth. No. It's your version, my version, and then there's the truth. And the only truth that's going to be is God's truth. And if we not standing on God's truth, listen, I'll quietly bow out away from you. I don't care who you are. I will quietly bow out away from you, especially anybody that's older than me. You should be ashamed of yourself. So let's make 2025 a good year, and let's stay alive. Let's make health the new black.
No doubt. And it's that time of year where it's time to thin that circle. Anybody, if you got anything toxic around you and you're in my inner circle, you are getting kicked out of the front row seat of my life, and you're going to have to watch from now on from the nosebleed seats. I will be thinning the circle. I'm getting all negativity away from me. If that's what you want, negativity, drama, all that, you can miss me with all that this year. I am moving all of you out of my life. So if you notice that I am no longer following you and you're no longer connected to me on social media, I mean, take it personally, you take it personally. But my peace of mind is first and foremost, especially in 2025. And anybody who is a threat to my peace of mind has to be terminated from my life. I'm sorry, I can't work. You will be extinguished from my life. And Michelle said, facts. My goal is to be financially responsible and build better wellness. Absolutely, Michelle. That is my goal. I actually started writing before the first. I actually started writing my goals, my with deadlines and everything of what I wanted to do this year. And you'll all know I'm on a health journey. So a healthier me, more self care, aligning my mind, body, and spirit. Get my mind, body, and spirit in alignment. That's the goal this year, and especially being more financially responsible. That is the word. Like, we want more money. We always like, oh, we wait for the breakthrough, wait for the more money. We need to be working on some financial responsibility, and I say we. Yeah, I raise my hand too.
I raise my hand.
We have to be more financially responsible in what we do, and you can't expect God to keep blessing you if you throwing the money away and wasting the money. He ain't gonna just keep blessing you for you to be irresponsible with the money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't handle money right now. First we got to teach financial responsibility. We have to teach that in our communities more. So yes, sis, yes, cuz that is my goal too, to be more financially responsible. Um, you know, and then there's some big things coming. I'm going to tell y'all later on in the year. There's some big things coming. Working on a lot of things. My whole thing right now is preparation and being in position. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people say, yo, I'm waiting for my ship to come in. Everybody's ship comes in. Most people are not ready when their ship come in, or most people are not in position and don't recognize that that was their ship. So
Exactly.
it ain't like your ship ain't coming. And sometimes you just was not in position,
Mhm.
or you wasn't prepared when the opportunity arose. And I'm trying to get myself prepared for everything, intertwined with some of this new technology and everything. And it's big things coming this year. Big things coming. But self-care is the self-care is one of the main words, and consistency is another word for me this year. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I've struggled with consistency on, with my health and everything like that. Consistency is a major word for this year. My theme. Word up, word up, word up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you have an entertainment segment set up or no? Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, no, because there's one thing I want to talk about. I'll wait till the entertainment segment though.
Yep. Yep. We got it. We got it all set up.
No doubt.
While you was talking, I was just sharing the show throughout Facebook.
Okay,
Um,
okay. That's what's up.
but we just
2025 simulcasting live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, sometimes Instagram when they cooperate, and we're gonna be simulcasting on we're gonna
exactly,
be simulcasting on some other
exactly,
things, but we're going live.
exactly.
I need all of y'all, no matter what y'all are watching this on, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit like, make sure you join, make sure you share. We want to get our numbers up. Crazy. Yes, Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky, sis. Mr. AJ Woodson and Black Westchester are both on Blue Sky. So you can go at Black Westchester or at Mr. AJ Woodson. We're on Blue Sky. That's that new thing. Also, Spoutable.
Yeah,
Spoutable is black owned, and I really love what they're doing there. I'm trying to see if I can get the guy. I'm trying to see if I can get the guy on the show.
yeah. Also,
Right.
fan base. Fan base is like Instagram, and it's owned by Isaac Hayes the third, and it's black owned. Make sure people jump on fan base, and you can download the app to your phone.
I gotta see if I can reach out to him.
It's a lot of functions. Yeah, I tried reaching out to him
He
on Instagram, but I didn't get a response.
early on in Black Westchester. I don't know how we got connected, but he wrote a dope article and he let us repost it.
Isaac Hayes the third.
Yeah, it was really dope. A really dope article. He let us repost it. He gave me
Yeah,
permission to repost it. But I kind of don't have direct contact with him. So any of my people, because my people, shout out to Negay Towns. Any of my people, we always what is that, seven separation or whatever that thing is.
yeah.
So anybody who knows me, who knows Isaac Hayes the third, I need you to connect us to. I need you to connect us, Isaac Hayes the third in Black Westchester. I'm just putting it out there because I know everybody. We know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. So this year we're gonna be reaching out to everybody. For you, the listeners, we want to hear from you. Who do you want to see on the show? What subjects would you want to see us cover? 3 degrees of separation. Thank you, cuz. Thank you, thank you. And she said on it. And I don't doubt that you might know him. But yeah, I know people that know him, and I need to get connected. Um, because I want to learn more about what he's doing. I want to get him on the show to talk about it. Uh, we got to do more of that. So we taking it to another level. We just celebrated the 10-year anniversary. Thank you all that supported us all this time.
My brother Negay, what's happening, brother?
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, and thanks to my brother Negay. He brought a copy of my book, the hip hop book. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody who supported the book.
Yeah, we just we just trying to do what we do, and this is the first show. So and tomorrow Our sister Tasha Young is launching her first show,
Yeah, the premiere.
Elevation Nation.
Oh boy.
It's her show, but I'm playing background. But she got me. I'm really the engineer. So
It's going to be an extension of People Before Politics. The whole
yeah,
idea with this is more content,
right.
create more content. And she will be speaking through her lens. And we need to hear from different lenses. So this should be a powerful show. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be in the background too for support. But shout out to her. I know she's going to do her thing, and you're going to see some other shows coming through as well.
Yeah, we got a lot of the shows on Black Westchester that is definitely coming up. That's in the works once we lock everything down. And Fridays is going to be going back to the morning tea. I got my kitchen back, so I'm going back to the morning tea every Friday at 8 a.m. It's not long. It's only going to be like 30 minutes, and we're going to just talk about life, culture, and spirituality, and just a 30-minute talk. Things that I think about in the morning. So that's every Friday at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. It's called the morning tea. So check us out. Check us out with that. So let's move on, man. It's time for the sin of the week.
Okay. I'm going to speak on a couple of things real quick, but go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh no, if you want to go ahead. That's cool. Don't worry about it.
We Black Westchester. So, this is the show that ain't afraid to say it. We're going to speak out and speak out. There is no reason, and I'm speaking to everybody involved, that the black pastors of Westchester County should have all come together to endorse Ken Jenkins to be the first black county exec, and Black Westchester wasn't invited. I had to read about it on the Yonkers Times, a white community paper. There's no reason all of that, and my pastor and several other pastors that's been on the show and cool, they were all there. Ain't nobody reach out to Black Westchester. I'm sorry, that's a little pet peeve of mine right now. And we're gonna put an end to all of this, because then y'all come to us when y'all need stuff, but stuff like that, I shouldn't be reading about that in some other publication. We should, we should have been there to cover that. And I got that's my pet peeve. And I'm speaking to everyone in attendance. Everyone in attendance. And Ken, I just talked to you on the phone the other day, and you ain't telling me nothing about it. So I'm speaking to everybody in attendance. Y'all come to us when y'all need us. But something like this, we don't even get an email. It's unacceptable. I'm sorry. It's unacceptable. That's me. I'm speaking, AJ Woodson. I'm speaking. I ain't speaking for Damon. I'm speaking for me. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. Damon's quiet because I know you want to say.
I'm trying to.
Real. When y'all gotta watch when David. Oh boy, somebody named once again said Mount Vernon is in bad shape. That's we cover that quite frequently.
Well, I'm trying to get my words correct because I want to be.
And Michelle, your pastor didn't reach out to us either.
See,
Reverend Richardson, your pastor didn't reach out to us. Nobody reached out to us.
I think, man. I don't know, man. Maybe they upset about something. Because we play these because we play these reindeer games all the time with not all but some pastors. We play these reindeer games, which we shouldn't have to. We're all trying to be better people under God. That's what we're all trying to do. But sometimes, man, There are some that just play reindeer games. And nobody, we're not in the time, we're not in the time for this. We're the only black news outlet y'all got at the end of the day. Unless you're gonna go and try to make one, and guess what? God bless you. But
and I want to say, every time you say that,
news outlet y'all got.
There's the Westchester County Press, but we don't bring it on the level we bring it on as far as politics.
As far as what we do.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against it's nothing against the county press. I love Sister Daly.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, they don't use our words that we trying to no.
Well, she understands.
We got love. We had her on the show. We connected.
She understands when we're saying what we're saying. But we don't have time for that. Like at the end of the day, y'all could. I mean, we posted it because it is historical, But where were y'all with Bowman? That's all I gotta say. See, because I think it's kind of oxymoron. You support him to be the first black county exec, but we didn't come out and support the first black congressman
of the 16th district.
Of the 16th district to keep the first black congressman in there, and then actually allowed George Lattimore to literally say that he only cares about black people. And not one pastor in the 16th district said anything. See, we have to have those conversations.
And see, that's the trick too. Let me be clear, and we're not going to go over the whole Bowman thing, but we get that as well. Yo, we're Black Westchester. We cover the news, but we cover the news with the black point of view. So we're always going to cover, things that affect black people first and foremost. Jamal Bowman was the congressman for everybody. But it wasn't the problem that he was only doing black issues. That's what the thing. He was doing issues in the black community that were not being addressed before and might not ever be addressed again. Jesus, when Jesus came down, he said he came here for the sick, not the well. You know what I'm saying? Bowman was trying to help all the marginalized communities. And that's what the problem was. He represented the whole district, but he was really speaking up for the marginalized communities. So I just want to get that clear when people say.
I mean, because we have to address, what we have to do, and sooner or later, and especially in Westchester County, is we gotta really address that there is a lack of a transference of wealth. Black communities in Westchester County are worse than they were 30 years ago.
Absolutely.
And we're not having that conversation. I don't care who's in office. We have to have that conversation. And when Ken is officially the county exec, he has to have that conversation. And the problem is too many people look for jobs. Jobs is good, but jobs are not solving the marginalized. A few people will get jobs. And jobs is good if you're really going to do for your community. But we have not fixed the marginalized communities in Westchester County. And I'm talking from Greenburgh, I'm talking Peekskill, I'm to Mount Vernon, especially Mount Vernon. But when a few of us are able to rise above the rest, we forget about the rest. We forget about the rest. And they're going to say, brother, you had a county job. Yeah, I took a test. to get my job. I wasn't appointed anything. Ain't nobody do me no favor. I took a test. Then I took 3 more tests. Then I passed a state exam, a physical exam that allowed me to work for 33 years. Now I get a pension. So, like, I don't understand. Like, we have to look out for the marginalized. People are getting poorer in the state of New York. And you wonder why people are leaving in droves.
Going down south.
They're going back south. They don't give a damn if that state is Republican run. Nobody cares about that. They're trying to eat.
People going to states like Florida where there's no state taxes. I think Texas it might be one of them states too with no state taxes.
Yeah, well, ain't nobody, listen, we have to take care of the black communities. We really do. They're
before we can expect anybody else to look out for us.
Exactly. They're in sad shape. And nobody wants to have that conversation. It's just business as usual. And then they wonder, let me tell you, and then when you wonder, when black folks give up and you're gonna have a Republican governor, and then the Republicans are gonna control New York because y'all are not talking what needs to be talked about in these cities. And you not gonna shame black folks for looking to the other side.
And let's not pretend New York didn't have Republican governors before, and Westchester didn't have Republican county execs before, and Mount Vernon didn't have Republican mayors before. Let's not pretend like this never happened, like this didn't exist before.
No, what happened is the Republicans jumped over to the Democrat side. That's what they did.
So they could run, so they could win.
To stay in office. To stay in office, that's what they did. They jumped over to the Democrat side. But sooner or later, the switch is going to go back because the masses of people can't afford to live in New York. And nobody's talking about that. We have generations now that can't afford homes. They can't afford a home. If you're a single mother, even if you're making $100,000 a year, you can't afford a home in Westchester County. There's $700,000.
You ain't even got to be a single mother. You could be a married couple and not be able to afford a home.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just like, yo, like, you can't afford a home. And if you do, you just gotta have to work. You just working. And you hope to have a job that will allow you that type of overtime to continue to work. And you're going to work for a mortgage is 30 years. You're going to work for at least 30, 40, 45 years. And then your life is over working for a house, basically. And black people are horrible with their money anyway, so that's the only main thing you're going to have. So this is what we're seeing. We could work for Westchester County, and you can't afford a house in the county that you work for. I've been saying that for 30 years.
It's worse now than it was 30 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, it's worse now. Houses that were 90, even co-ops or condos that were $99,000, $100,000 is now going for $500,000.
In Mount Vernon.
No, I'm just talking in general.
No, and higher everywhere else. But I'm just saying.
Well, I'm talking about general. Listen, I don't even see how people buying houses in Mount Vernon. The taxes, they just went up on the taxes again.
Yo,
That means your mortgage is going to go up again.
Damon, the house I lived on 7th Avenue just sold for $450. $450.
It needs work. It needs work. So by the time you put work in it to make it modern, you're gonna put another $250,000. So actually, you spent $750,000 in a house in Mount Vernon on the south side, which is a city that don't have a full functioning hospital, has high crime, has a school system that's about to go bust. And you paying and by the time you fix it up and make the house modern, you done paid almost $1 million for the house. Are you kidding me?
It was crazy. I remember talking to Leslie Zamore. I forgot how much he said he actually paid for his house and the money he put into the house. But he said the house might have been worth, I don't know, at the time, this is years ago, maybe 500, 700,000. He said, but if you take that same house and put it into Pelham Manor, it'd be worth 1.5. The same house. But because it's Mount Vernon, it was only worth, it was under 700,000, under 600,000 or something like that.
Yeah, but you're still spending a lot of money.
No,
you know
absolutely.
Like you're still, but you ain't buying a house in that in Pelham. You can't afford that in Pelham. You know, you even though you won't have to, and think about it, you'll spend that much money in a house in Mount Vernon and still have to spend another $30,000 to send your kid to a private school. Spend another $30,000.
And then you got to be out. You got to leave the city for any leisurely spending.
And they
like
wonder why because they're talking school choice. To put your child wherever the hell you want to put your child. It is what it is. People that own homes in communities that have messed up school systems and they have to spend all that money to send their child to a private school, yes, they support school choice because they're paying school taxes and they're getting nothing from it.
Well, one of the things we don't understand is generational wealth. A lot of white people are in a house that they grew up in, that was their parents' house, and maybe even their grandparents' house, and it was passed down. We don't have that.
Well, white folks don't even have it.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying a few people that have houses, they have houses because it was generational wealth. It was their family's house.
Well, I mean, if you're lucky to have that. But
yeah, no. I'm saying a lot of people. Some people who have houses, that's how they have houses.
Right. But a lot of times, new homes are even out of white people's hands. Dude, the average person in America makes $65,000 to $70,000 a year. That's it. No more than that. That's on the average across the board. If you make $100,000, then you're in the top 15%, and that's at 100,000.
So we have a comment. People have to go where their housing is less than 40% of their income each month. That leaves room for inflation. If not, you drown financially.
But where you going? Just see that's
outside of New York.
No. Where you going? Because I was just looking at houses in Atlanta.
Well, see, Atlanta, Georgia went up.
Even outside. I'm not talking in Atlanta.
No, I said Georgia. You said Atlanta. I said Georgia. What happened in Georgia, because I was living down there in the early 2000s, a lot of people from New York and California and Chicago that were paying so much more money moved there. So they started raising all the prices up.
Houston too. Houston too. Texas too.
Yeah.
You're not finding the housing prices
But I'm saying Georgia
The
prices went up
housing
because they
prices
found people that
are close to New York now, even in Texas
because New Yorkers is moving down there.
and,
They're paying
and
less,
California.
and they're
No, but
paying less,
the
and they're
question
paying
is, where
less.
are you going?
Right, they're paying less than what they were paying in New York and California, but they're paying a lot more money for what they used to pay in Georgia. So Georgia raised up the prices, and it's still lower than what New York and California and sometimes Chicago and some of the other cities are. You're still getting more for your money. So anyway,
Let's go to entertainment news.
okay, entertainment
Because
news. Yes, yes, yes. It's AJ Woodson here with your entertainment news. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Mount Vernon's own Denzel Washington, who just received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is the highest honor for a civilian. He actually won the award in 2022 but got COVID and couldn't attend the ceremony. He won the same year Simone Biles won. But President Biden promised to bring him on. So he was one of 19 recipients that included Magic Johnson. Um, Fannie Lou Hamer, family received it for her. Michael J. Fox, Bono from U2, Ralph Lauren, and several others. Oh, Hillary Clinton, I think she won too. But I just wanted to shout out Denzel. This We Black Westchester is he's Mount Vernon native, and it's a huge honor. Like I said, it's the highest honor that you can get as a civilian, and shout out to the brother for his award. It was well deserved, especially for the work he does. Same thing with Magic Johnson, all the work he does with his foundation. Um, and it was a lot of people like that for the work they were doing. I forgot the other guy's name. He does the World Kitchen that feeds people in every area after a catastrophe or something like that. He goes down there and feeds the people. That guy won too. But yeah, shout out to my man Denzel Washington, Mount Vernon's own, won the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That is a huge thing. Damon, I needed you to be here to give me some hand claps on that one. Where'd Damon go? That we need to be applauding. Damon disappeared on me. That need to be some hand claps. I guess he coming back real soon. He went to go do something. I need some hand claps, Damon, for Denzel Washington winning the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we gotta celebrate our own. Yo, that's a huge honor. And that's your mic is off. You still muted. Yeah.
And Denzel's also an ordained minister.
Yes, he was just baptized and he is an ordained minister now, and he will be retiring soon from making movies. But he announced that he will be in what is it? Marvel is it Marvel?
Yeah, and he got in trouble.
Right, because he wasn't supposed to break it. He said, "Yo, they're writing a role for him. They don't even know what the role is yet. They wasn't, Marvel trying to keep everything tight-lipped."
Yeah, he said he called Ryan Coogler and apologized,
Right.
because it slipped out. But I mean, what are you
They
going
told
to
me,
say?
but they confirmed it. I mean,
Yeah,
afterwards they said,
it's
now that
Denzel.
the
What are
hat's
you
out
going to
the
say?
bag.
It's Denzel.
Yeah. But they wanted to write a role for him, so he will be joining Marvel. We don't know what role he will be, a good guy, a bad guy, what he's going to be, but that should be huge. But that's going to be one of his last movies. He's not doing too many more movies, but he left us a legacy, a lengthy legacy. Um, um, I haven't seen Gladiators 2 yet, but everybody's talking about that. I still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it tonight, man. Today was my eat BS day that I
Okay.
could rest today. So I ate a lot of BS and I slept, and tomorrow's back on the grind. Yeah, so I'll probably check that out. I'll probably check that out tonight.
On a local level, it's not on the same level. But so we have art galleries. There's a couple of art galleries in Mount Vernon, but they're not well supported. But our sister Damaris is opening, having her art gallery opening January 12th, Sunday, January 12th, 47 South Fifth Avenue, second floor. You'll see the post on it. But I just want to big her up, and for the invitation of me being able to come through and sell my books, which is a beautiful thing. But she's a friend of the show, friend of Black Westchester, so I wanted to big her up on a local level. When we have people that's doing stuff like that, we need to go out and support them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We don't do enough for the arts and stuff like that. And, we need to support our guys because we got like 3-4 galleries and 2 are standalones and 1 is in another building, and nobody's going to those. They're not getting the support like that. And art galleries are very important. So that's the end of my entertainment news. Shout out to Maris for her art gallery opening on Sunday, January 12th, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
All right, that's what's up. So we're going to move to the scent of the week. We got to have the scent of the week. We got to smell good for the week. Let's go. Yes. It's the scent of the week. And we do this every week. And probably ain't nobody got no money. It's the new year. But you always want to smell good. And I tell everybody, it's not the name of the scent, is how you smell. And this scent of the week is Dumont Celerio Epic. This is the bottle, y'all. This is it. You can get it on Amazon. We're gonna have the link in the thing. But the top notes are cinnamon, cognac, apple, and nutmeg. The middle notes are plum and dry wood. Now, when we get down to the base notes, it's vanilla and musk. It's a great scent, beautiful atomizer. It's very good for the wintertime. You smell it right through the cold. It'll cut right through the cold. It's a great winter scent. And the longevity, thumbs up, 8 to 10 hours. 8 to 10 hours. This is 8 to 10 hours on your skin. And even longer on your clothes. You'll smell it into the next day if you spray this on your clothes. And the silage is 1 to 2 feet. What is silage? Is that a person, if you have it on and you're in a room, someone will smell you 1 to 2 feet away. And that's like the first, that's going to be, the projection is the first 2 hours. First 2 hours, very strong projection, and then it goes down to a nice skin scent. Yeah. If Miss Jones come home, I'm gonna be smelling like some sexy vanilla cognac. Absolutely. She's gonna be working, but if she decide, and I know she ain't driving home for the surprise for an hour drive, that ain't happening. But at least I'll be smelling like some sexy cognac, absolutely. But that is the scent. The link will be in the description of the video, and we'll put it up. But you could definitely get this on Amazon. It'll run you like $50. Yeah, it's about $50. So we're balling with a budget. You ain't got to spend $280, $300. Some colognes and perfumes is like $100. It's like $600-$700. I see people out here spending. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Build and save. Oh yeah, but it's only $50, bruh. This is balling on the budget. This is for people that can keep their money in their pocket and still smell good. We ain't talking $400 or $500 for no cologne. So if you can't afford $50 for a cologne and you don't want to smell good, then I don't know what to tell you, brother. I really don't know what to say, but this right here is only $50. So you on a budget. Drop the link. Yes, I will, sis. I'll put the link. I'll put the link in the description. Absolutely. I'll put the link in the description. Now we're going to go back to political news. Me and AJ, back to the political news now.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you kick it off.
Um, I haven't been paying no attention to politics this week, to be honest with you. I just listen, man.
Oh, so I do. So I did another Ken Jenkins news. So George Latimer stepped down uh, the other day, and at 12 noon, and we got an email saying that the county legislative president designated one of the commissioners to hold the spot until Monday, tomorrow morning at tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock when the board meets. They will actually vote on the who will be acting county exec. So that is the latest update. Cause when I first saw it and I saw it was another commissioner, and I was like, I called Ken. I was like, yo, who the hell did you piss off? I was like, what you do, man? I was like, yo, they just
Oh,
dissed you. I said they dissed you. He was like, no, that's not what happened. What the rule is so George Latimer stepped down at 12, so 11:45, the legislative president, the president of the board, designates an acting just until the first board meeting, and that will be Monday tomorrow. So there'll be no voting tomorrow on that. Who will be acting county exec to serve the rest of George Latimer's term? So that will
okay.
be, and then there has to be a special election in 90 days after that. And if he's challenged on that, then you got to hope there's not a challenge in the primary to run for the next for the election for the next term. And then if in November there's a Republican, so if Ken is picked tomorrow, he could have 3 elections this year that he would have to.
Right,
The special
right.
election in April, the June primary, and then the November election. So that's what's going on that level. Michelle said congressional news. I don't really have no congressional news other than
Well,
George
homeboy.
Latimer swore
So,
in.
yeah, the Republicans. The Republicans.
Oh, Mike is the
Yeah,
speaker. He got the speaker's thing. So he's the
and
speaker of the House.
so they're going to be in control, and most likely the Republicans is going to control the Senate too. So Trump is going in with control, most likely the control of the House, the control of the House and the Senate. And there was a little rift between the MAGA base and Elon Musk over 61.
The maggots versus the muskets. Yeah.
Well, it was the MAGA base, the alleged MAGA base, because a lot of people. It wasn't just MAGA people. It was a lot of even people, independents, that felt the need that the 61B rule should be lowered. And the fact that what is 61B is when they bring people from other countries in the tech world, and they pay them less money than what they would pay Americans for the same job. Now there's arguments on both sides to the fact that there's not enough people to fill those jobs, those tech jobs. So they have to go out and they have to find some of the smartest people in other countries, or those that are qualified in other countries, to come and fill those jobs. So they said it was only like 5 or 7% of those jobs were 61B, and the fact that Musk and Vivek wanted to increase that, the Trump base went crazy, and a whole debate ensued, on Twitter and on social media about, are we preparing our children and our students, for these tech jobs? so they won't have to go out and hire out of the country and hire people from other countries through this 61B program. And you know, and anybody that has watched this show, I have always argued to the fact that, you know, especially black people in the black community, we are always behind the eight ball in training our children in any type of industries that are coming up. We are failing on training our children in STEM. We are failing on training our children on AI, and everybody knows AI is what's happening right now. And we are failing on training our children on in tech, you know, as a whole. So we need to have our educational systems to really prepare our children for these, because we're not, you know, we haven't, and we haven't. There's going to be over 500,000 job openings in plumbers and electricians coming up soon. And I wrote an article on it. Are we preparing our children to fill these jobs? Or are we sticking to the same thing that we just got to prepare our children to go to college? There was a news clip where a young white boy was saying, I would rather, and he was accepted into Ivy League schools, and he decided not to go, and he decided to go to be a plumber. And he said, I'd rather be $50,000 ahead when I leave here than $50,000 in school debt.
Let me say, so it's not about knocking education, but we want to be serious and you want to be real. A lot of our kids are coming out of high school not college bound. They're not going to college. And we're failing in the training in trades and vocations. Those are good jobs that you can have a career. Electricians, plumbers, mechanics, on and on and on. And we need to do more in our communities and training in the trades and vocations. She said they're not only they're not college ready, they're not job ready either. But vocational schools and trade schools would help with that as well. Um, you know, this whole don't let nobody, sometimes it's some of these schools are passing kids to pass the kids, that no student left behind thing. They're passing kids, but they're not preparing them for life after high school. And that's what we're talking about. And, some of these trades schools, learning a trade is a career, and you can sustain your family and all those good things. Everyone is not college bound, and that's just the realistic, the way it is for real. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, all our kids are not college bound. They're not all going to college. They're not. Some of them are not prepared to go to college. They're not. So a trade is a good thing, and civil service jobs is like what Damon said he had to take a test, and we don't promote when these tests are coming out.
But you gotta be able to take the test. You gotta be able to pass the test.
Well, that's true, but you don't even know. There's no preparing for anything outside of when you get out of high school.
No, there is preparing for civil service exams. Especially if you're doing police or fire or something like that. There's
No, we're not preparing our youth. That's what I'm saying. We're not taking advantage of those things. That's what I'm saying.
We're not putting these things in the educational system. We're not
That's what I'm saying.
Right. We're not looking at the reality of our situation. I know we was trying to work with public safety commissioner around the time when Christopher Ridley passed, and when he got killed. I'm sorry, he didn't pass; he was killed. And they were like, "Listen, let's do." And you know what? And it's sad because when you try to work with black people, they always they always mess it up. When you try to work with black people and say, hey, listen, I got the public safety commissioner. He's willing to come in and let's do let's get some students that you know, hey, they might not go to college, right? And let's get them to have a civil service track where we teach them how to take these civil service exams. You know what they did? Throw it out the window. When we had BMW wanted to come to Mount Vernon, only thing they had to do was just give them the space. Give them the space.
It wasn't going to cost them anything.
Wasn't going to cost them anything. BMW was going to teach them how to be BMW mechanics for free. They had a program at that time.
They'd have been certified. They'd have came out certified.
Certified BMW mechanics. Instead of stealing them, they probably would have had a BMW mechanic shop in Mount Vernon because black folks like BMWs. So they need to go someplace to get their BMWs fixed. And guess what they did? They dropped the ball on that. See, we can't continue to blame white people for our condition here in America. It's an easy out when we have done it to ourselves. Yes, racism exists. Racism exists, but still, we're doing a lot of this stuff we do to ourselves. And it makes it convenient to blame the white man or to blame racism when the white man ain't nowhere to be found in the decisions that we make.
In the city of Mount Vernon, you got black, on a national level, you see Republicans and Democrats fighting and they can't get nothing done. In Mount Vernon, you have black Democrats trying to politically decapitate other black Democrats. Black Democrats. We're not talking about white people. We're not talking about Republicans. You can't blame neither one of those two groups on the condition of some of the cities like Mount Vernon. And that's the real.
So I
just want to say, Michelle said, but children in high school aren't aware. That's the problem. We're not making them aware.
Right.
Like they're not going to be aware on their own. Like the decision makers, the leaders, it's their job to make these things aware, to make these things available, so that the high school kids are aware.
And sister said here, and which is true.
Absolutely.
Those electrician and plumbing union jobs are difficult to get in. Difficult to get in for who? We have to stop thinking as we're part of this white system. We're the only ethnic group that thinks like that, right? We're the only ethnic group that thinks like that. What if we had plumbers and electricians and black people supported them? What do we got to worry about a union for? They come out certified already. And they go into the unions to find jobs. Why don't we just support them? Why don't we just support them? We have $1.5 trillion that we spend, and we don't spend that with ourselves. We have to really change our mindset. And this is not racism, but every other ethnic group does it. They support their own. Asians are the most employed. Asians employ Asians. Italians employ Italians. Spanish employ Spanish.
Well, support. Yeah, they support.
No, they employ.
Yeah, and then they support.
Right, and they employ. See, we get mad at Trump when he said black jobs. Right, because we're looking at white companies to give black people jobs. Instead of creating our own companies with that $1.5 trillion supporting our own, so we could have black companies giving our own people jobs. That's the only way we're going to get out this situation. And until we're honest about it, and this is not racism, maybe we'll get more respect. We'll get more respect from all the other institutions. How do you look? How do we look? And I never even understood this, even in the civil rights era, why do I want to force a white man that has a diner to take my money?
To quote the late Hafiz Muhammad, he said, "You know how you get a black person's money? Tell them you don't want it."
Exactly.
I'm like, no, my money is just as good as everybody else's money. You're going to take my money.
I never understood it. I never understood. You don't want to serve me, and I'm going to force you to take my money. Look,
instead of going somewhere where you welcomed.
I don't beg even my wife to take my money. No, absolutely not. It's mine. So we have to change the way we look at everything. And if we don't do it, God is going to force us to do it. He's going to make us do it. Because we're going to fail, and we're going to continue to fail until we start looking into ourselves. If a young man has an electrician and he's certified electrician and he's working under somebody else, and he's that man, he could come and I had a young man here do my lights. I gave him the money. And we got to support black plumbers. We got to support black electricians. We have to support anything that our people. They said, well, they're a little more expensive. Yes, because it's always harder for them to get work. But we need to support them. We need to figure out how we support black farmers. We have to change our mindset in 2025, or we're going to lose. If you talk to any economic person, there's only 3 ways you get rich. It's only 3 ways you get rich: real estate, stock market, and entrepreneurship. That's it. It ain't say go work a job for 33 years for somebody. Didn't say that. So we got to focus on those 3 things: investing. We got to focus on collaborating and buying real estate, and we got to focus on entrepreneurship. And I'm going to say this to everybody that's listening. This is not racism. This is just actual fact. If the white man disappeared tomorrow, where everything he owns, we will have nothing. We won't have no cars. We won't have no cell phones. We won't have no cell phone companies. We won't have no resorts. We won't have no we won't have no planes, trains, automobiles to get to these places. We won't have nothing. We don't even own a spark plug company. Think about that. Every part on the car will disappear with the white man. And I'm just explaining the situation of black people. And the fact that we spend, the black family on an average spends more than a white family. We make less money, we have less assets, but we own more Mercedes-Benz than white people. We have to change, man.
But
I sound stupid. Then what do you own, Mr. Israel Judah?
So I want to say.
Wait a minute. What do you own? What is your assets? What is your assets? What is the asset? What is your assets? See, people want to come on and speak things they don't even know what they're talking about. Go ahead, AJ.
So, I will say this though. Before, when there was segregation, when we couldn't do any of the things, we couldn't go to none, we had all those things. We had everything ourselves. We had to support ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Segregation, once we got segregated, some people say that's one of the worst things that happened because we stopped spending money with ourselves. We had nowhere else to spend it. We had to support ourselves because we couldn't go nowhere else. And we managed to do all these things. And soon as we were able to drink where the white man drank and eat where the white man ate and all those things, we stopped supporting each other. We started giving them all our money. But we were surviving self-sustained because we had to be. We couldn't go to those other places. We couldn't stay in white hotels. We couldn't do any of those things. We had our own. So segregation is one of the worst things that happened.
Segregation or integration?
Integration, I'm sorry. Integration is one of the worst things. Segregation, when we had segregate, we were segregated and we had to support our own because we had nowhere else to go. We stopped supporting, once we got integrated, we stopped supporting our own. We went to all those places that didn't want us, that didn't want us there, and we started giving them our money and we've never looked back.
Right.
We don't support each other now. But we have a history of that we did do that. But there were places like Black Wall Street, and that was one of the more notable cities. But there were other communities like that.
There was a lot. There were a lot of other communities, and what we failed to do with those communities was have a standing army. So we were able to defend our communities. You know, and that was one of the major mistakes, you know, from my perspective, was that we didn't prepare to defend ourselves, you know, because we still had hope. Sometimes you just can't you just can't have hope because there are those that don't want to see us. You know, you could be over there. Listen. Don't bother me. I don't need to be next to you, right? I don't need to sit down. I don't need to sit down with you. It doesn't have to be a all kumbaya moment. You know, as long as you don't disrespect me, and we cool. But I think black people at this point in time, you know, we're in a situation, if we don't start thinking different, we will never get out, and we will always, you know, fall for the banana in the tailpipe, you know, instead of thinking for ourselves and looking for and wanting to do for ourselves.
I wanted to wear. It's funny that we're talking about what we're talking about. I wanted to wear the sweatshirt because I was like, yo, we need to support our own. Shout out to Chris Ladd. We spent a lot of money every place. When last year for my birthday, the other year for my birthday, I wanted to show I supported some black companies, and one was Chris Ladd. And I went and brought the sweatsuit. I'm gonna tell you, the sweatsuit cost a little more than the sweatsuit, but the cold winter we having right now, these suckers right here are thick and hold up, and they hold up with anything else out there. And we need to support. That's why I'm bringing it up right now. We need to support our black businesses. We need to support our black designers. We need to just support black business. I wish I had a lot more. I could buy a lot more of the stuff, but I brought that, and then I brought the 914, the shirt, that the hoodie thing he had too, that we went to when we went to the store, me and you, that day. But I'm telling you, it's been cold out there, and this hoodie right here, this sweatsuit right here, yo, is it handles the hawk. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them more expensive. My polo sweatsuit don't handle the hawk like this do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lot of other sweatsuits that don't handle the hawk. This handles the hawk. You know what I'm saying? If you're in New York or Chicago, hell, I was down in D.C. It was cold out there a lot over the holidays. This sucker handles the. So I say that we need to support. We are black publication, and you need to see us supporting some of our black businesses. And then it's a local black business, Westchester 914, Chris Latt, African American College Alliance. Shout out to him. So I just want to shout out that black business because we need to recycle our dollars. We need to change our thinking, and as Michelle said, be more financially responsible. But one of those ways is recycling our dollars. Our dollars, like every other community, the dollar goes through, it gets recycled 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 times before it leaves the community. Our money comes in our bank account or our pocket and leaves our community right away.
Within hours.
We don't, if that. Oh, wait. So years ago, me and a bunch of other people were fighting these things called payday loans. They were like legal loan sharks.
Mm-hmm.
And now, after we did that, I'm seeing black people on TV doing commercials talking about, I don't gotta wait till my payday to get paid. I can get my money in advance. That's a payday loan. So what happens? You get your money before payday, you spend it, and then you need more money before the next payday, and you never get out of that hole. And they got black people talking about, I shouldn't have to wait for my payday. I get my money anytime, Chime or whatever that thing is. I'm like, yo, that's the payday loan system that we were fighting before. They give you the money, before you get paid, you done spent it before you got paid. So now you know how money to get to your next paycheck, and then you need more money, and you never get out of the hole. And then all the interest rates, that ridiculous interest rates they put on it, and the fact that they got black people smiling and grinning, talking about, yeah, I don't have to wait till my payday. I get my money when I want. Yo, dude, like, and people like that's a good thing. Like, this is the reinvention of payday loans. A bunch of us fought to get that out of our communities, and they just remixed it, and they got black faces all over TV talking about how this is a great thing. Don't wait for your check. Yeah, it's go ahead,
Yeah.
Dave.
Nah, man. I'm just it's
I wanted to
they
say
just
something about that.
recycle. Well, they just recycle the scam. They wait a couple years and recycle the scam. You got a whole new generation of suckers. And they play on poverty. Everybody plays on poverty, right? Everybody plays on poverty now.
Not just now, always.
Well. Yeah. It's always been that way, and it's always been the trick, to play on poverty. I've been watching. What's the brother's name, man? And I don't know, man. Maybe because I just so well. I think his name is So Well. Yes. I've been watching a lot of and I just came across him, man, Thomas Sowell. And he makes a lot of sense when you sit back and you look, and I know a lot of people on the left is going to be like, yo, this guy's crazy. But he sits back and he makes a lot of sense. And he's been consistent in what he's been saying for the last 40 years about black people's condition, about how we've been played, made the same statements as Malcolm X on how they use entertainers. We follow entertainers. And, this last presidential election was at its peak with entertainment, instead of policy. So, I think we really, man, 2025, we have to have honest conversations on where black people are going. And if we're not gonna do anything, then it is what it is. It is what it is. AJ?
Yeah, what's the next topic? I'm sorry, I was just doing something on the website. Some maintenance needed to be done real quick. I just handled something real quick.
No, I think people need to go to Black Westchester, man. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. Today's the first show, and I think we got to be we have to be really forthcoming on what we need to do as a people, and we need to get our stuff together. Black people need to. It's the things black people need to do. They need to come out and vote in local elections, especially. They need to go to jury duty. If people are upset of what happened with the Daniel Terry incident, it's because black folks don't go to jury duty. We want to march and complain, but we don't vote and we don't show up to jury duty. And it's easy for them to do things because we don't participate in these things. Now, if you say you don't want to participate, then fine, then don't complain. It's simple as that. Then just don't complain about it. And it'll be simple. It'll be just that simple. And nobody's going to say anything. But you can't complain if you don't participate.
Absolutely. I'm back. Yeah, I had to just, we have, the website every now and then you got to do some kind of maintenance and stuff. So you got to update some stuff and everything. So I just saw that and I just wanted to handle that real quick. The bottom line is, we coming to the close of the show. We're going to rock out. We need to be more financially responsible, as Panama Shell said. We need to recycle our dollars. We need to do for ourselves. We keep trying to we expect people to give us stuff and we not even fighting for. We need to hold it down for ourselves. This is a black news network. You like what you see? Make sure you subscribe. Help it get our numbers up so we can get into them algorithms that we need to get into. Subscribe to it, share, leave comments on the videos. We have to support our own, especially when we have people out there doing stuff. So, with that, that's it. Tell them about Tasha's show tomorrow, and I'm done.
Yeah, man, Tasha's coming on tomorrow. We got a little commercial coming down at the end of the show. Just watch the commercials and hope you support We have Vita Health Nutrition, and I got a book sale. On, so definitely get that. AJ got a book sale. The video will be up later on this week. So we will, just you help us do the things we do, and like, share, so we
continue doing it.
So we could continue. So we could continue doing it. It's all about giving you the news with the Black point of view. Especially, go to blackwestchester.com. Check out. I meant to put the little ticker tape. I meant to put the little ticker tape at the bottom with all the latest articles, but that'll be on the next one. So y'all can see all the latest articles on Black Westchester. Check us out on Monday with Tasha Young, and then on Wednesday or Thursday we're gonna have a show with Pastor Larry Whittle, and we're gonna talk about spirituality. And Friday morning is going to be the morning tea with me at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. So, and
make
then
sure make sure you watch all of these. Make sure you follow. Make sure you like. Make sure you leave comments. Yo, the website blackwestchester.com. Like he said, you like what you see up there. Leave a comment. Leave comments in the comment section below the articles. Leave us your feedback. We also want to hear from you. What would you like to see us discuss in 2025? What subjects would you like to see us discuss? Keep in mind, we are the news with the Black point of view, so keep that in mind. What guests you would like to see? We want to hear from you. We need more we need more engagement from those checking out the show. So we it's not just a one-way thing. Thank you, everybody who did tune in, everybody who left comments. I got a few text messages I read. Thank you for holding us down. We're going to keep giving you that real talk for the community since 2014 and the news with the Black point of view. With that, I'm out. Till next time. Peace. Black Westchester.
This new year, Black Westchester and Vita Health Nutrition are joining forces to revolutionize your wellness journey. 2025 isn't just another year. It's your year to thrive. We're making health and wellness the new black, and everyone's invited to join the movement. Vita Health Nutrition's premium collection features powerful immune support supplements, natural energy boosters, advanced nutritional formulas, wellness essentials for the whole family. New Year special offer, get an exclusive 30% off all Vita Health products. Use code BW30, join the movement. Visit blackwestchester.com for community updates. Shop vitahealthnutrition.us. Follow both brands on social media for daily inspiration. Let's make 2025 our healthiest year yet. Black Westchester and Vita Health Nutrition, empowering our community, one healthy choice at a time. Remember, your health is your wealth. Start 2025 strong with Vita Health Nutrition and Black Westchester.
Don't miss Damon K. Jones's revolutionary approach to total wellness. His complete wellness collection, 4 transformative books that have changed thousands of lives. Drawing from years of expertise, Damon guides you through emotional eating, clean living, and the proven 6 pillars of lasting health. Experience his 28-day challenge, which helps people nationwide discover their best selves. Or his groundbreaking book, The Empowering Benefits of Detoxing, Cleansing, and Eating Clean, will help you re-energize and refocus on your health, wellness, and mental clarity. Join the wellness revolution. Get this life-changing collection for only $65. Go to DamonKJones.com for this special offer, and let's make health and wellness the new black. Tired of surface-level relationships? Ready to transform your connection with yourself and others? Join Tasha Young and Elevation Nation, where we're taking your personal energy to new heights. Every Monday at 8 p.m., we dive deep into the conversations that matter. Proudly featured on Black Westchester Magazine, delivering the news from the Black point of view. Your journey to better yourself starts here. Elevation Nation with Tasha Young, Monday nights at 8. This is the People Before Politics show, broadcast every Sunday at 6 p.m. Hosts Damon K. Jones and AJ Woodson bring you the news that impacts our community. Join us for unfiltered, unapologetic coverage of the stories that matter most. Black Westchester Magazine presents the People Before Politics show, the news with the black point of view.
22 million black victims of Americanism are waking up, and they're gaining a new political consciousness, becoming politically mature. And as they develop this political maturity, they're able to see the recent trends in these political elections. Any minority that has a block of votes that stick together is in a strategic position. Either way you go, that's who gets it. You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy. Today, and look around America, we see America not through the eyes of someone who has enjoyed the fruits of Americanism. We see America through the eyes of someone who has been the victim of Americanism. We don't see any American dream. We've experienced only the American nightmare. We haven't benefited from America's democracy. We've only suffered from America's hypocrisy. And the generation that's coming up now can see it and are not afraid to say it.